Hey, what's happening? This is Tom, NerdRemix.com. A few years ago, there was a film out, and I contacted the director to get a review screener because I had seen the trailer and never got a reply. It kind of pisses me off when stuff like that happens, but hey, what can you do? Anyway, I saw the film on Netflix streaming, and it was like, wow, I still remember the trailer, so I want to see this. The film in question is Grave Encounters, a found footage film about paranormal investigators, written and directed by the Vicious Brothers, and very, very cool film. It avoids a lot of the pratfalls of the found footage genre, which, they use quick cuts and shaky camera work to disguise the fact that they can't really make a decent film, and that is not the case here. They have cool effects, cool film, and a very nice location. More on that later. Now, Grave Encounter, the movie starts with an executive producer saying that this film was raw footage edited from 76 hours of footage that they had for the sixth episode of this TV show called Grave Encounters. Now, Grave Encounters is hosted by Lance Preston, who is played by Sean Rogerson, and he really captures the over-the-top kind of paranormal investigator host that you see on TV. He does it really well in this, and plays it awesome, so that's good. And part of his crew, the two that really stick out that can act and that last a while in this are Sasha, who's played by Ashley Grisco, I think is how you pronounce that, and TC, the token black guy who actually has a big role in this, who is played by Merwin Mondesser. Now, they go to this Collingwood Psychiatric Hospital, which was, of course, closed back in the day, and they set up a bunch of cameras. They lock in the janitor, the caretaker locks him in, and he's supposed to let him out at 6 in the morning. Well, things ensue, and there's some very creepy ghosts going on, and let me just sum up the plot by saying nobody gets out alive. This is a film that actually gave me the chills in a few spots, and that's kind of hard to do because I've watched so many films and I've seen so much that I'm kind of jaded in that regard. But this film succeeded in giving me the chills on quite a few levels. Best watched with some popcorn and with very low light. It's one of those type of movies. But a very cool film, and I really, really liked it. So why not? I looked on my Netflix streaming and saw Grave Encounters 2. I was thinking, how the hell can they continue this story? Probably a different location or something like that. Or it's going to be another Paranormal Activity ripoff, which I thought the first one was going to do, but it was actually better than Paranormal Activity. I'm not a big fan of that movie. Some of you are, and I'm not. But this, I think, exceeded that because it did not have the corniness or the hokiness that I thought Paranormal Activity had. But anyway, the first one, like I said, written and directed by the Vicious Brothers. Part 2, which came out in 2012, was written by the Vicious Brothers and directed by John Poliquin. I hope I pronounced that right. Now, this is centers around some film school students, primary among them Alex, who is played by Richard Harmon, and his roommate, Trevor, played by Dylan Playfair, his girlfriend, Tessa, played by Stephanie Bennett, and the cameraman that follows him around all the time, played by Howie Lai. Now, it opens with a Halloween party at this campus, and Alex says he's going to be the great next horror director. He points out a lot of true things that are wrong with the horror genre, and he's going to make a good movie. By the way, the beginning of this movie kind of creeped me out because it contains a bunch of footage by video reviewers, novel idea, on YouTube reviewing Grave Encounters. Yes, it is aware of the first film. Sean C. Phillips is one of them. Why is this guy in a bunch of movies? I don't know. But anyway, Alex is one of these reviewers, and he becomes obsessed with Grave Encounters. He finds out, what the fuck, there's Grave Encounters here. But anyway, he finds out that the film Grave Encounters may not be fiction. He tracks down some of the actors. They all seem to be dead or mysteriously missing, and basically gets the executive producer from the first one on camera admitting to him that, yes, it is fact, it was sold as fiction. And he's contacted on his video review by somebody named Death Awaits, which is kind of cryptic, as you know, that was spray painted on the doors in the first one. Now, Death Awaits leads them to the actual hospital where Grave Encounters was filmed. They go there and they set up, and thinking that the knowledge they've gained from the first film is going to protect them in this one, it is not the case. once again, a more violent, darker path than the first one takes, and it takes it a little quicker. The first one develops a lot of mood first before they really get in for the scares. This one kind of hits you after the first act, which is really cool. They bring an extra girl along when they go to this. Jennifer, played by Leanne Lapp, a very attractive young lady. They end up seeing Lance Preston in the flesh from the first one, and a very worthy sequel. Doesn't surpass the original, but is an effective continuation of that story. Like I said, I was going in thinking, how the hell are they going to continue this story, and they did it very well. They succeeded it with a good script and some good characters and a good plot. Wraps up pretty well. I kind of like the way they did it. They might have left the door open for a third one. I think if they do a third one, they would be kind of beating a dead horse or cashing in, but that's just me. And oddly enough, the abandoned hospital that they filmed in actually exists in Vancouver, just like in the film. And there's been some documentaries filmed there, oddly enough. It's reputed to be haunted and supposedly very creepy from a filmmaker who paid got a permit and everything, and filmed there for a small fee. He said each room was creepier than the next. I read some stuff he wrote on IMDb about this. But yeah, there actually is an abandoned hospital in Vancouver, Canada, and it's called Riverview, and that's where they filmed this. And it's creepy from the outside, creepy from the inside, and all in all, I recommend both films. Watch them and check them out. I'm not really going to give them a rating because this isn't a proper review. This is kind of hipping you to a movie that I really enjoyed, and the sequel too that I had been wanting to see for a long time, and finally got to check it out. So check it out on Netflix streaming, and you know what the hell, I will give it a good solid 8 rating because the first one's an effective movie, and the second one is a continuation of that, and it avoids some of the same territory, even though it's basically the same story at the same location. So check it out. Grave Encounters Part 1 and Grave Encounters Part 2, 2011, 2012 respectively. Quality films with quality scares, and I think you'll like them, and I think it surpasses this Paranormal Activity cash cow that they keep beating every October. So I'm Tom, NerdRemix.com.